Hi everybody, Lee Phillips here. Today I want to do a computer thingy with you. What we're going to do is we're going to walk through the FinCEN registration. If you have a company that started prior to 2024, then you've got through the year of 2024 to register that. You register the company, you register any of the beneficial owners of the company. That includes people who get money from the company or have influence over the company, not just shareholders, stockholders, members of your LLC. So you got to register by the end of the year. If you've created a new LLC, corporation, limited partnership during this year, then you've had 90 days, or you have 90 days in order to register that. Now, next year in 2025 and thereafter, if you create a company, you've only got 30 days to register, and these guys are dead serious. $500 a day penalty, plus $10,000, plus 2 years in jail. They want you to register. So let's register. On my computer, I've gone to fincen.gov, and it brings up this screen. You might note that the U.S. Treasury Department is the home of FinCEN. It's a little brother to the IRS, and we love the IRS, and we're going to love FinCEN too, I'm just sure. Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. You're going to go to File Your Report Now, and we click on that. It says we're going to get started. We're filing a beneficial information report, and we're not doing the Bank Secrecy Act. So we're going to get started here. You can do it either there or down on the bottom. Now you've got a PDF file or a online file. I happen to try the PDF. I don't have a fancier version of PDF, and it didn't like me. So I went down to the Let's File Online, your BORI, your Beneficial Owner Interest Registration. So we're going to click on that, and it says we're being warned that we're going into a government site, and yep, I know that. Sorry about that. Now, this is our initial report. You've got up at the top, you've got filing information, reporting company, then the company's applicants. You have to say who actually applied for the company. And if you've got your Wyoming registration or whatever, that would be the guy in Wyoming. So you're going to need his information too. And then you've got the beneficial owners. That's anybody who is a 25% or more owner of the company or who has a beneficial interest in the company. That is, basically they get money from the company or they have influence over the way the company operates. FinCEN's got these funny definitions of who's a beneficial owner. So it's probably better to err on the side of having supplied the information than it is to withhold the information and have them challenge you. So we're going to make this our initial report. That's question number 1. And I automatically, it's the date, is today's date. And I automatically did next here. So we do next, and it's going to bring us to the reporting company. We're going to request to receive a FinCEN ID. This is for our company, not necessarily the individual. The reporting company, we're going to give it the name of, we'll just do Legalese. Now it's an LLC. And it doesn't have a comma, so it's LLC. I guess I really should have capitalized Legalese for them, but we'll let them stew on this, and I'm not going to submit it in the end anyway, because I've actually already registered Legalese. Now, Legalese was a corporation, and it's been 10 years or more ago that I changed the corporation, the legal structure of the Legalese from the corporate legal structure to the LLC legal structure. You do that by filing a paper with the state And so we filed that. We did not get new EIN numbers or anything else, and our accountant has continued to file our tax returns as Legalese Corporation. So that gave me I don't know what to do. Well, the thing that triggers FinCEN's filing is a filing with the state. They're going to look at the state filing. The state has Legalese LLC. So I'm going to file under Legalese LLC here, not Legalese Corporation, even though the taxes. Now, I've called my accountant and I said, hey man, we got to change this. You don't get a new EIN, you just start to file your IRS forms as an LLC instead of a corporation. But FinCEN is looking at the state registration, and the state registration is LLC. So I'm going to do it for LLC. I don't have any trade names or the alternative names. I'm not doing business as DBAs or any of that sort of stuff. We're just legalese. If we had a DBA, then we'd have to put it there. Doing business as is the DBA. So we go down, we select the tax identification type, and I have an EIN for this. I'm not using my Social Security number. Now, if you have an LLC, you filed it with the state, it could be actually a disregarded entity with the IRS, and we would file it as a Social Security number. So we'd say we have our Social Security number because in a single member LLC disregarded entity, you're going to use your Social Security number. So we'd say it was a Social Security number. We're going to do the tax ID number, and it is 876587. I'm making up numbers here. The county or jurisdiction, it's not a foreign, so we're going to leave that blank. Then we're going to go down and we're going to say the jurisdiction of formation or first registration. Well, I don't know if you've got a company that was first registered in Wyoming and then you brought it to Alabama. And if it's still registered in Wyoming, you're going to have it registered in Wyoming for FinCEN. You have a foreign registration in Alabama. If you've actually moved it to Alabama, I think I would just say that it's a first registration in Alabama, and I'd go ahead with that. That's one that we don't know totally the answer on. It asks us, we're going to go with the United States of America, and the state of formation, in my case, well, we could do it for Alabama. Alabama came up first. Tribal jurisdiction, no, we're not tribes. We're not tribes. The address is 556 East, 1678 North, and we're in the United States. Oh, I have forgotten the city, and it's going to remind me later. Well, let's forget the city and see what it does. It's in Utah, and the zip code is 84097. All right. So we've got the state, the city, the state. I thought I did Utah. Oh no, we're doing Alabama, aren't we? Okay, we got everything there. Let's see if it's smart enough. That's a Utah zip code. See if it's smart enough to figure that out. So we've got the company applicants. That's the guy who made the application to get the LLC or the corporation or the limited partnership. So that would be your Wyoming registered agent guy, or I just filed my company myself in Utah. If you've had an attorney do it for you, then you would need to have that guy's information in here. Let's say I don't have a FinCEN number. I actually do have a FinCEN number. And we're going to go through this same process to get the FinCEN number, basically. But if I have a FinCEN number, all I have to do is put that number in here, and it's a 12-digit number. I put the 12-digit number in here, and then I don't need to put any of my information. But let's say we've got a legal name, Joe, and we'll do Blow. The middle name is Big, Joe, and the suffix we don't have. We've got the date is 09, that would be September 24, and 2021. How does that sound? 2012. We did 2012. This guy's a young entrepreneur. So we've got to now do the business address. Oh, it didn't like my thingy. Do I have to do the things? See if we like that. We like that this time. Business address or residential. I can put either one. We'll do business. It's a country, not a county. So it has to be the U.S. You're right. And then we're going to go on down. This is pretty self-explanatory. Now, identification document needed. You've got to have a passport or driver's license. So we're going to do driver's license, and it has to be the name of the full driver's license number. I don't know if I can make up a driver's license here and get it right. We'll see if it likes that. Then we've got the United States again. Then we've got Utah. We'll say it's a Utah driver's license. Must be alphanumeric only. So it didn't like my dashes. That's right. So we'll do it that way and see if it likes it. We're not a tribe. The jurisdiction is the United States. The state is Utah. Now, what you're going to do is take a picture with your cell phone of your driver's license. Then you're going to have to, how did we do this the other day? You email it to yourself, you attach it as a file, and you email it to yourself.
You either download or you do a screenshot.
And then you download or do a screenshot once you get it in your email. And then you just press copy on that, and then you click there, and it puts it in there.
I think we had to actually go to the folder.
We had to go to the folder. Oh, we had to do the PDF,
you had to do the PDF and
of the folder to get the driver's license. So you're going to take a picture of it with your phone, email it to yourself, then download it or shoot it, and then you bring it into this spot. Mm-hmm. You've got to have your driver's license there. It's not going to like me because I haven't downloaded my driver's license. Maybe it liked me. I don't know. Then we're not doing this for a parent or a guardian. We're talking about a beneficial owner here. The last one that we did this on was the guy who filed the paperwork for the LLC or the corporation or the partnership. That was your lawyer. It was the guy in Wyoming. It was you if you did it yourself. Now we're talking about the actual beneficial owners. Now, I have my FinCEN number, so I put my FinCEN number in as the guy who registered it, and I put my FinCEN number in as the guy who is the owner, beneficial owner, me. I'm the only beneficial owner, dude. So if you don't have it, then you need to go through and do this exact same thing for the person who's the owner. And if you've got 5 owners, you've got to do this exact same thing for all 5 owners. FinCEN itself says that it's going to cost U.S. businesses over $43 billion to comply with this. This is the time I'm taking, the problem I'm having. I've got to get the guy in Wyoming. I've got to get my lawyer. He's got to upload his driver's license and all of this crap. So this is going to be not 15 minutes for you. And FinCEN estimates it's going to take literally hundreds of millions of hours to comply with this. So you need to start on this right away. Now I've got my FinCEN number. The advantage there is I get to put my number in and I don't have to put all my information in twice here. Additionally, I have a number of companies. A lot of you are real estate investors. You have a LLC for this property, one for that property, two in this property, an LLC with two properties in it. So if you get the FinCEN number, then you just put it in each one of those application spots. The other reason I got a FinCEN number is if any of the information about me changes, then that has to be updated. And you've got 30 days to update it. Otherwise, you're $500 a day, you're $10,000, you're 2 years in jail. All this starts over again. So if I get a new driver's license, if I change any information on the driver's license, if I get a new birthday, new address, I change, whatever, all this has got to be updated again. If I have a FinCEN number, I can go and just update the information there. Then it automatically updates all of the companies I've got. I don't even have to remember how many companies I've got. It automatically updates it all. So this is stuff that you're going to have. Now, I use my business address as the address for the company. I'm going to retire here in a few years, and that business address is probably going to be changed from the office address to my home address. I'm going to keep my company going. I'm just not going to come to work here at the office every day. So I've got to remember to update all of that. So you go through this residential address, beneficial owner stuff as many times as you need to, and it is a pain in the butt. Okay, now it wants me, I'm up here to submit now. I've done all the beneficial owners. I've done the company applicants. I've done the reporting company. I identified the company, and I've said that I'm filing this information. Now it wants me to be a human, and I have to figure out how many animals are jumping. That one's jumping. I think only 2 are jumping. So then we'll go next. Oh, click contain animal jumping. That one's jumping. That one's jumping. Verify. Oh, it likes me. I'm a human. Now, if I hit submit and I've done everything right, it will submit. But apparently, I haven't done anything right. So I've got to go back. Oh, I didn't agree. I've got to agree. So I hit submit, and it says that I need the reporting company, city. It tells me what information I didn't give it here. So it's kind of self-explanatory. You got to be pretty stupid to screw it up, but I can screw it up. I'm good at that sort of stuff. And you hit the button, and it finally accepts it when it's got all your information. Make sure that your information is correct, that you typed it. There isn't a typo in it, because that's going to be the information that FinCEN goes off of. If you change the address of the company, you've got 30 days to change your FinCEN registration for the company. All of this stuff has to be exact. Otherwise, FinCEN requires that you go back and fix it. And you might remember that clear up here at the top, where'd we go? Filing information, it said that it wanted to know if this was initial report or a correction or an update or a newly exempt entity. I finally qualified it as a nonprofit. That's an exempt entity. So you can move back and forth between exempt entity and not exempt entity. This is going to be a nightmare for us as we go forward. But hopefully this helped you at least say, I'm not scared of this thing, it'll work, I can do it. Let me say one more thing, and that is, when you finally get your FinCEN registration number, you're going to have to download it and save it. Now take a picture of it with your phone before you do anything, because if this number disappears, you've got a problem. And they're not going to email it to you, at least they didn't to me, and so you're going to have to keep track of this number by yourself. And it's a big deal when you get your number registration. It gives you, when you register the company, it gives you a little download that has the information in it. So you need to download that also. And don't forget to do that. I took a picture of it before I even messed around with it, because I have this capacity to lose stuff on a computer. So at least I would have a picture and I could recreate it, print it out, do what I needed to do with it, save it to my computer ultimately. So yes, make sure that you get the number, the registration, everything copied, saved. I've set up a file in my computer for FinCEN registrations because I have a bunch of these companies, and all of the FinCEN stuff is going in that registration file. So when you get everything filed, you'll download the registration information that you've got, and it's going to give you the status. It says it's successfully registered. Then the company has a beneficial owner file and the submission tracking number and everything. It's all here for you, and what you're going to do is just go through and make sure everything's correct on that, because like I say, you've got to check it twice. Make sure that you're naughty and nice, or A and B, something like that. So you check everything off here and make sure that it's what you think it was. Otherwise, you're going to have to go back and make a correction on it. So make sure you save this. Like I said, I've got a file on my computer with all the FinCEN stuff in it. So make sure you get it down. This is Lee Phillips. I've been talking about FinCEN registrations. We went through the computer thingy with you, and hopefully that helps you to some degree. It's not a big deal. The nice part about this is remember, you can watch me at double speed. And I should have told you that in the first place. But you can go through it pretty fast. Lee Phillips, registering FinCEN.
Share this with people.
Yeah, share it with people. Love us, like us. But in fact, if you want a suggestion on something I should address, please let me know in the comment boxes. I actually answer the comments, believe it or not. So anyway, good to be with you. This is fun, isn't it?